4 things I need you to remember, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed. 4 things I need you to remember in the period in between the 16th, 17th and 18th of May 2020. So it's the 16th, 17th and 18th of May. These 3 dates are going to be absolutely crucial when it comes to you. And what I want you to remember is a new start is coming. Number 2, step out of your comfort zone because you are going to be tested a little bit. Number 3, the energy is absolutely going to start changing at this moment in time, and it's going to reflect on you so beautifully. And it's on another hand also, number 4, conclusion. An important mind-blowing conclusion is within reach. It's very important for you to remember this, because at the same time this is going to be the stage, the actual period which is going to start changing things for you, in particular when it comes to the beginning of the actual enthusiasm, the beginning of the actual whole new initiative which is at the same time going to take place. This is very important when it comes to the actual new opportunity with unlimited possibilities, but at the same time, enormous light at the end of the tunnel. I really like it because this period and this stage is going to be rather significant for you when it comes to you realizing, oh my God, you're gonna learn something really important here. It's like some kind of a lesson, but not like a bad lesson or a horrible lesson or a negative lesson. It's more like, oh, okay, it's more going to be like this, but most certainly it's going to bring a beautiful fresh energy which is going to be pretty much so rather vibrant when it comes to the actual positivity. The energy is just going to start becoming so nice here, and I'm saying this because it's going to reflect on you starting to feel creative. It's going to reflect on you suddenly regaining your focus when it comes to the actual future planning, because certain things were kind of put on stop, put on hold, and this is purely to do with things that have been happening around us. This is purely to do with things that have been going on like a worldwide, that affected every single one of us in a different way, but on another hand every single one of us in exactly the same way as well. It's a lot of confusion that was created at the same time, which was affecting us, you and I and everybody, with the kind of like a planning, with the future planning, with the focus, and things like that. This is nothing unusual because it happens when this harmonious energy is kind of detach itself from its usual path. And it doesn't have to be necessarily to do with us, but it's to do with the earthly energies. So most certainly these 3 days are going to be absolutely crucial for you, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed, because also it's the actual unlimited possibility that are going to see you through. It's going to make you feel really optimistic, and also on another hand it's to do with the actual reflection. These 3 days are also going to be like superb when it comes to like suddenly you feeling very much so this energy, which is just also on another hand going to kind of be connected to an important news from somebody who is quite significant in your life. Someone who is quite important and significant in your life is going to have an important news, and that at the same time it's going to put a big smile on your face, but also it's going to be like the time for you when you will know that some kind of learning experience is going to take place, when you want to learn something, when you want to reflect on some kind of a knowledge. But at the same time, these 3 days are going to be absolutely crucial when it comes to you realizing some kind of deception, when it comes to you realizing some kind of obscurity, trickery and dishonesty, which could have been like a bit of a dangerous situation if you didn't realize this on time. So it's going to be absolutely fine, because at the same time you're going to be able to protect protect yourself. At the same time, you're gonna just need to remember that, you know, these 3 days, I want you, my gorgeous Capricornius. I know it sounds like, oh my God, he's all dark, he's all dark. No, but it's just basically, it's the way it is. And sometimes, yeah, we do have a lot of little bastards going through our lives, you know. And we live and learn. But now karmically, this is also going to be an important stage for you, because you are going to protect yourself from this person. So someone in between these 3 days is going to try to take an advantage from you, and you just need to pay attention, please. Pay attention when it comes to like investments, maybe. Pay attention when it comes to buying really big things. Pay attention when you are like maybe like speaking and talking about something really important, something that doesn't concern other people, that apart from those people that are very important in your life. So this is just also like a little warning at the same time that I need you to remember, pay attention to, because sometimes, you know, this devilish little person, they come in all sorts of forms, but it's just all about that, the actual feeling that you are going to have at the same time, because you're Capricornius, you're very, very powerful indeed in many different ways. And when it comes to your empathic feelings, when it comes to your psychic feelings, you know, when it comes to your feelings and when it comes to your emotions, you are able pretty much so to expand your subconscious mind to all sorts of directions. And I say this so many times, I know, but this in particular, when it comes to the people that are a little bit strange, or a little bit dodgy, or a little bit unusual, most certainly you're like absolutely perfect to spot them like almost immediately. It's one of the gifts you have anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So basically, I'm just telling you, just so you understand that, you know, when it comes to like some kind of buying big things or anything like that, if you can maybe avoid these 3 days and just protect yourself by having this sacred knowledge now, so you already will kind of be prepared for this type of situation. On another hand, these 3 days are also going to be quite crucial when it comes to the new beginning. It's going to be crucial when it comes to all this harmony coming through into your relationship, but also it's this very important when it comes to your home, very important when it comes to your joy, very important when it comes to your pleasure. You know, it's the greatest honor that you are going to feel, and you are going to be able to carry on with a certain progress and process when it comes to your home, when it comes to your immediate environment, and when it comes to the big change. You know, this is going to be an important moment in time for you, because it's just something that it's also going to help you to release certain negativities. At the same time, I was just going to show you this. Look, I have a really strong feeling that I need to shuffle these oracle cards right now, my gorgeous Capricornius. 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 Capricornius, Capricornius, bam, 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 Capricornius, dun, 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 Capricornius, dun, 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 dun. Time to raise your energy, my gorgeous Capricornius, indeed. 16th, 17th, and 18th of May are also going to be very important. Look at this, the release of negativity, of the negative energy that was holding you down and it was preventing you to focus clearly. This is going to be the time when you're going to have the return of focus at the same time. This is as important as anything. Once you reach these 3 days, you will see exactly what I mean, because the energy is going to be really vibrant and therefore very important. You shall also have like a mini little hermit moment at the same time, and that hermit moment that you are going to have, it's very sacred. I said many times what hermit moment is, very strong connection with your subconscious mind, and something is going to be revealed to you. Please pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams these 3 days, please. It's it's very important, just as important to pay attention to what is the very first thing on your mind every single morning. We spoke about this before, and you know, as soon as you open your eyes every single morning, you're still part of all sorts of dimensions that you're not normally part of, like while we are aware of things consciously around us. When we open our eyes the very first thing in the morning, we are very much so part of all sorts of sacred energy. So therefore, whatever comes to us, it comes from somewhere else, and it's some kind of direction that is going to be provided for us at the same time. Look at this. Bam, ba-da-da-da, bam, 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 ba-da-da-da-da, bam, bam. My gorgeous Capricornians, you know, I know it's been a little bit heavy, and it's been a little bit slow, and it's been a little bit uncertain. These 3 days are going to be crucial, my babies. All about you going forward, all about you going further, all about you carrying on, and all about you also like getting all this beautiful momentum of energy back. And this in itself is also going to give you a confidence, and you are going to make an important decision over these 3 days. My gorgeous Capricornians, you are going to make a very important decision. This is also at the same time going to help you to highest levels of your own illumination. Whether you realize this or not, it's important. So far, it has been a little bit heavy. Maybe you didn't realize, maybe you did, but I doubt you didn't, because you're very sensitive, pretty much so. So now this is going to be a completely opposite energy that is going to take place. An important decision you're going to make here, and by the time we get to the 31st of May, that decision is just going to become absolutely crucial when it comes to you, and when it comes to your direction, and when it comes to the next stage of your journey. This is a very, very important moment in time, my gorgeous Capricornians. Look at this. You were kind of like blocking yourself from maybe doing something that you wanted to do so far. This is very important for you. It's also about the realization from the 16th until the 31st of May. You've got more than you possibly need, more than you possibly want in order to make up a big move. Something that you kind of wanted to do, but you weren't too sure about things around you. So now you will know that it's time to just basically go for it. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Capricornians, Capricorn, and it's for May 2020. So it's for you, my gorgeous Capricornians, and it's for May 2020. And you know what? Your number is a number 7. You know, it is just so significant to say this, because it's also going to be the strange sign that you are going to have this month. A strange sign is going to come from somewhere else. A strange sign is going to come from a completely different dimension. You're not the first sign that is going to have a strange sign. And when I say strange sign, it means that physically something is going to happen, and something is going to take place, and something is going to refresh your memories. Something is going to remind you also that there are other worlds apart from this world. Now this is going to be an important moment of focus at the same time, because when that happens, you will know it's coming from somewhere else. It's coming from somewhere different. It's coming from a completely different dimension, and this is going to be literally such an important moment in time, because it's going to provide you with an opportunity, with a realization that now that something very important is about to take place, something very important is about to happen. It's going to prepare you at the same time for the new beginning, and this new beginning is going to require from you to make a certain changes and necessary changes in order to get where you want to get. Also, someone very special in your life, very important in your life, somebody who is very dear to you, it's going to need your help. Maybe somebody's just like a little bit lost. Letter A is showing itself, and letter A and letter V, it's showing itself. So this is an important moment in time to try to realize who is actually going to need your help, because someone is a little bit lost. Maybe they're not saying, maybe they're not coming out with it, but most certainly it is going to be absolutely crucial for you to share your energy with them, because you're very powerful. And you have got a very strong touch when it comes to the healing, when it comes to these emotions, when it comes to directing this energy, because we all have a healing energy within us. Of course, you just touch, you heal. But some of us, it depends. For some signs, it takes slightly longer to come through. And for some signs, it comes straight away, and it's very balanced and it's very strong. So you are absolutely perfect to actually help someone out just by touching them, but just by talking to them, just by well-being there. So this is going to be wonderful because it's going to karmically reward you. Not that you need to do this to be karmically rewarded, but this is going to be an important moment in time because it's just going to reflect on you in such a beautiful, beautiful way. Again, you see this because this is going to be an important moment in time. Look at this, relaxation. It's all about the balance of energy, and it's all about how much that person actually is going to be really benefiting from it. And also, you know, the very number 7 is your number, and it also means that the very, you know, some kind of process that got stuck in the process, some kind of progress, that you started and it got stuck in the process of like uncertainty, you know, it is just also going to have a really nice and wonderful quick jump. It is like a little white a rabbit that I'm seeing jumping, and a little white rabbit, it's an important little symbol when it comes to positivity, when it comes to swift change, when it comes to good energy, and when it comes to the progress and process that it's actually going to surprise you, and the way things are going to unfold. It's going to not only be beneficial and positive for you, but it's at the same time going to help you to make an important conclusion, you know, because you're going to start realizing things are about to start changing in a really good way. It's not going to all change like in May, but at least you're going to be able to get the elements and these few different elements that are going to help you to realize that the actual picture when it comes to your future planning. So that is just going to help you with your own personal position so much, because it's at the same time all about an important moment in time when you're going to have your own rebirth, transformation, and most certainly a wake-up call. I like it because number 7 is also very much so to do with the actual security and a very, very important successful dealings. You see what I say, 16th, 17th, and 18th? No. But then again, like any other day when it comes to the actual dealings and things like that, this is going to be absolutely perfect because you're going to get so much out of it. So you just have to pay attention to the certain days. And also, it is about the money. And it is about the actual reorganization, an important reorganization you're going to need to do in order to kind of like for your own money, for your own finances and things like that. So an important reorganization will need to take place. But the bottom line is results of efforts are nearly due. Just remember, my Capricornians, dun 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 dun, Capricornius, dun 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 dun, raise your energy, Capricornius, dun 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 dun, Capricornius, dun 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 dun, Capricornius. Raise your energy, burn the candles. No, but basically, yeah, it's to do with the actual results of efforts are nearly due, and this is going to be so important to you. But at the same time, you know, the second stage of this journey, it's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So December 2020 will be huge. December 2020 will be very important when it comes to the second stage of this particular situation, of this particular development. I'm not saying that you need to wait until December, don't get me wrong, please, but I know, forget anything that I said about December, but you will see by the time we get to the December, there will be very strong connection with everything that I actually said so far, with everything that was going on. On another hand, what also is going to happen is just to basically, you know, you will know this month it's very important when it comes to your own wheel of fortune. But wheel of fortune in particular, when it comes to an unusual situation that you didn't expect, that you're going to find yourself at, and it's most certainly going to require from you to react in a certain way or act in a certain way. And this in itself is going to surprise you. Something really quick is going to take place, but the bottom line is that the conclusion, it's all about the culmination and conclusion, and it's all about approaching the end of the problem, baby. It's all about approaching the end of the problem. And this is why whatever you consider as a problem, you know, maybe something slowed you down, but it's a lot to do with the progress and the process that you've already started, and it's to do with an unfinished business. But most certainly this is very important because it's at the same time going to reflect on your balance, and it's also going going to bring you wonderful harmony, and you're going to be tested a little bit as well, but you're going to need to remember to be firm, and just keep going and keep going and keep going. Also, on another hand, what else is actually going to happen? It is just going to be an amazing moment in time at around the end of the month. Something is going to appear to you at around the end of the month, at around the end of actual May, and you will see that this is going to be the great time, in particular the last part of May. It's an amazing time for the actual investments. You see, on another hand, what else I was going to say, it's just that this is all about your own transformation, It's very important to work with this energy flow, Capricornians. When I say that it's important to work with the energy flow, make sure that you are focusing on things around you. Make sure that you are changing things around you, because that way you will be regenerating yourself at the same time. You will be rejuvenating yourself at the same time, and that it's going to reflect on your own illumination. It is important to do it because it's going to help you so much with your own transformation, to clear away the old in order to make a space for the new, indeed. But it's just all about the actual control over a situation, strength, courage, energy, determination. This is going to help you so much because it's all about the actual accomplishment, which is just going to reflect on your security and power, which is just going to start to make you feel really, really secure again, indeed. When it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Capricornians, you are just like everybody else. You're just going to need to basically make sure that you're taking something to boost your immune system. But in particular, you know what I say, I always highly suggest to actually get organic acerola cherry powder. Very important indeed. Organic, I know I said millions of times, sorry. But organic acerola cherry powder, 1 liter glass of water, 1 teaspoon in the morning, drink it. Then 1 teaspoon in the evening, drink it. Also alongside the natural zinc supplement, which is going to help you to boost your immune system, and also alongside vitamin D, just as important to boost your immune system, but it's also going to be good for your bones, because I think that your bones are going to be a little bit sensitive. Your top back, it's going to be quite sensitive. Your shoulders and your lower back, it's going to be quite sensitive. And I also see like a little bit of a sensitive hips as well, my gorgeous Capricornians. So just make sure that vitamin D, that you're taking that vitamin D, and also perhaps a little bit of extra calcium would quite help. And if you do feel like a painful, like a maybe hips or like a joints, then maybe if you take like organic flaxseed oil, it's similar to fish oil or a cod liver oil. It's just like a cod liver oil naturally has like a vitamins A and D. Fish oil doesn't have a natural vitamin A and D, but it's omega-3 essential fatty acids that you need. So cod liver oil, it's like, I know it sounds horrible, it's scraped from the fish, the actual oil, the fish oil, it comes from the fish, and the actual flaxseed oil is something that I recommend. Organic flaxseed oil is like a plant version of fish oil or a cod liver oil, but it's going to really be good to boost your immune system, but it's also going to be quite good for your skin. You'll see the skin change, after 3 or 4 weeks of taking this. But most importantly, if you're having painful joints or hips, this helps you a lot to boost your immune system and to keep your joints moist. Another thing I was going to say, just as important, it's your digestion is going to be a little bit sensitive. Just to make sure that you're taking natural dose of B vitamins, which is going to help you with a little bit of stress, but also at the same time, it's going to help you with your digestion. And if you can actually drink like organic chamomile, it's absolutely wonderful as well. Organic chamomile tea, lots of people don't realize how powerful this tea actually is. So if you can have organic chamomile tea on daily basis, at least once, this is going to help you to rejuvenate yourself, to flush out the toxins out of the system, but it's also going to help you with your digestion. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. I highly suggest you to get something like a Moldavite. You see this Moldavite? I know I've recommended this before, but it's absolutely perfect for this current time. It's going to help you to protect protect yourself, to ground yourself. It's going to help you with the way of thinking. It's going to help you with the way of planning. It's going to help you to connect to yourself, but at the same time, it will protect you, and it's also going to help you with your own spiritual growth. There is a lot you're going to learn about yourself throughout this month, believe me or not, but it's also going to be the change of direction, just a little tiny change of direction, and which is molded but going to be absolutely perfect when it comes to that spiritual growth of yours. Okay, this comes with the sterling silver wrapped around in the sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel, my gorgeous Capricornians. But it's something that I would wear throughout May and June 2020 indeed. So the very first date that I would like to recommend to you, my gorgeous Capricornians, is going to be on the 6th of May. Now the 6th of May, it's like, ooh la la, this is going to be quite a sacred day for you, and it's going to be really important day for you, because it's all about prior to this moment, the negativities, a little bit of ruin, a little bit of pain, a little bit of sadness, a little bit of negativity, a little bit of desolation, a little bit of like a kind of like a disappointment, you know, this feeling. I'm not saying you're going to feel this, oh my God, oh my Lord, no, but it's like prior to that moment, these negativities that you felt that was connected to this in particular in the last 10 weeks. And now this is going to be so important, because something like, ooh la la, it's going to happen, nice flip-flop moment where you're going to have such a nice change of energy here. At the same time, this is going to bring you the new direction. This is all about success, gain, and overcoming an absolutely mind-blowing obstacle, and the challenge. It's like, oh my Lord, an important moment in time. This is so good, because not only this is going to be a victorious moment in time, but it's also going to be all about the actual and important negotiation, which is going to be like quite really positive and very good for you indeed, because it's all about the way out of the situation, beneficial for you, and most certainly an advantage that you're going to find yourself at. This is important. And also it is a quite strong learning process that is going to become evident here. It's going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe this. So you're going to learn something really important here, very, very important, and that is going to help you with your own reflection, and that is also going to give you more confidence and power, because something very interesting is going to take place in between the 6th and the 7th of May, where you're going to be kind of tested a little bit. You're going to come across someone, you're going to come across the certain situation that you're going to need to deal with, but you're just going to feel like, oh my God, like something is going to be preventing you. And this, what's preventing you, is to do with your confidence. And so this is the bravery and capacity that I'm talking about, that is going to help you to just go for it. Whatever it happens in between the 6th and 7th of the actual May, you just basically just remember, one of my favorite sayings is like, if you don't jump in the water, you're never going to learn how to swim, my gorgeous Capricornians indeed. Just remember this, okay? And now, what else I was going to say is just the basic. Now, the next important date is going to be on the 27th of May. The 27th of May, it's also going to be like a very strong connection. You know, suddenly, it's not only the 27th of May, but it's going to be 25th, 26th, and 27th of May. These 3 days, you're going to feel very strong connection with your childhood, but not necessarily when you were like tiny baby or something like that, but it's like when you had a really happy time. I'm not saying that you're not happy now, but the very happy time in your past, it's gonna make a very strong connection with you, and that in itself, it's going to provide you with a solution, and it's going to provide you with a vision, because there is an insight that you will have as in form of something that you are not doing, something that it was like kind of unfinished business that is most certainly pretty much needed right now in order to come into your life, like a hidden little missing puzzle, which is going to surprise you. But once the puzzle lands down, it's just going to provide a whole completely different picture. So a very important reflection from the past, my gorgeous Capricornians, is about to bring you an insight. On another hand, this 27th of May, it's about the new plans, it's about a wish, something that you wanted to do, it's something that you already attempted to do, but most certainly now you're going to have a confidence, and now you will know this is the right time to go for it, although there will be some kind of uncertain efforts around it, but you're just going to go for it, my gorgeous Capricornians, and you're going to be absolutely fine. At the same time, this is going to teach you, and you're going to learn, a little disappointment, about a little bitter experience when it comes to your life. And this bitter experience is purely coming from the actual stationary period in someone's life, perhaps. So now this is going to be a reflection of this. But most certainly, it's very, very good because it's about the achievement and the knowledge about the success, material attainment. You will find yourself in an advanced level here. And this is so good because it's a very powerful moment in time when it comes to your own personal victory, and it's this difficulties coming to an end. It's to do with a wish, what you wanted to do, what you were praying for, literally praying for. It's about stability, stability, stability. Very, very good, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed. So now the very first part of May. And now I just need to do this. I have a feeling I need to shuffle this oracle card. Capricornians, dun 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 dun. Capricornians, dun dun dun. Blessings. You see this, my lord, out of all the cards, blessings. I'm so happy to take this out because it is just the energy that I have here. It's just the way I'm driven, around when I'm doing readings, and this is just, I just feel it, very strong indeed. So now the first part of May, it's actually going to bring you an important judgment. You're going to make a decision. You're going to start thinking about putting your foot down, but in a good way indeed. And that it's to do with the actual frustration that you had in the last 8 weeks. And also it was like kind of preventing you to move on. But most certainly it's going to be connected to the swift change. The things are going to start changing almost immediately. 2 choices you're going to end up, and 2 choices you're going to be thinking about at the beginning of May, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed. And it's to do with a certain synchronicity, joy, family, and the determination that is going to keep you going, that is going to help you to to keep you going, because you will know this is a lot to do with what you wanted to do, and it's going to turn out to be quite beneficial indeed. You see, it's so important, my gorgeous Capricornians. You see, this stillness, it's important moment in time. Just remember, the first part of May is also going to be perfect for your meditation, for the meditating, grounding yourself, reconnection with the nature, reconnection in general, because something is just going to be, something is going to travel to you, the certain thought, the certain idea that can only travel through this type of pathways. So this is important. Just remember, okay? Now, the second part of May, my gorgeous Capricornians, you know what? This is when your spiritual teacher comes through. This is when your spiritual leader comes through. This is when somebody like your guru, somebody very important, it's going to come through, and it's also going to confirm something to you. But the way it's going to happen, it's you're either going to hear this person in your dream, you're either going to think about this person the very first time you open your eyes, the very first thing in the morning, what I say? Yeah. That's it, because this is the type of like a channel, this is the type of pathway, the type of dimension that your spirituality can contact you, like people who are connected to you in all sorts of ways, like your spiritual leaders, gurus, and things like that. So the first thing in the morning could be absolutely perfect moment for that. But most certainly through your own spiritual teacher, leader, this thought is going to come to you, it's going to travel towards you, and it's so much so to do with the chaos and confusion and uncertainty that you have been going through lately in the last 10 weeks indeed, and it was preventing you to maybe kind of like move on and go further with things that you want to do, but it was like preventing you because it was creating all sorts of thoughts around you. So now this is an important realization that is going to come to you through your own guru or spiritual teacher or spiritual leader, and most certainly it's going to help you with the chaos and confusion, and you will know exactly what to do in order to go towards this mental clarity, which is most certainly going to become an important beginning of your own victory. You will know a bit of illusion here when it comes to maybe certain apprenticeship, when it comes to maybe like maybe the achievement that you wanted to kind of achieve in particular is just going to kind of be like a maybe illusion at the moment. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Do not lose your hope, my baby. Do not stop. Do not just kind of just go away. It's all about the illusion at the moment for such a short period of time. It will go, it will go, it will go, one step after another, my gorgeous Capricorn. But it's going to happen one step at a time indeed. Just remember to stay committed to the task at hand. This is the bottom line here indeed, and that in itself is also going to help you to have an important acceptance, because it is just a certain change that took place not that long ago, which you're just going to kind of like become as this is going to become a spiritual moment, because by the time we get to the last part of May, it's all about the actual acceptance. As soon as you accept something, that a certain part of your life is just going to need a little bit of adjustment, this is immediately going to create a completion, success and accomplishment at the same time, which is going to provide you with a promise there at that part of your life where you didn't have a promise before. This is pretty much so the last part of May. It's going to kind of bring the feeling of like enslavement situation, or the situation where you just kind of found yourself but you couldn't do too much about it. So most certainly this is going to become really important, because as I said, it's also going to be again connected to the actual situation from the past, which is going to help you to bring you an insight, and also it's going to be connected to the key, an important spiritual key, which is going to help you with the way out of that situation. It's immediately going to be connected to the actual healing, which is almost certainly going to come through. I need you to remind you, because someone is going to try to wind you up, you know, at the end of May as well. Someone is also going to kind of try to like kind of have a little conflict and battle, but it's nothing too kind of like too bad or nothing too negative. Maybe it's not to be taken personally, or it's not to be taken seriously. It's that person who will try to have a conflict or a battle, a little bit of a conflict, you know, they are going through something. So for you, it's nothing to take personal at all. All you need to do, if someone does try to have a little bit of a conflict with you at the end of the actual May, just remember to rise above the situation, and that is just going to help you to basically protect yourself, but also it's going to help you to move on from that situation, because otherwise if you would go low, then that would have been the wrong thing to do. So it just basically would go from one thing to another, unnecessary in many different ways indeed. The last part of May, it's also going to bring you an important decision that you will be able to make. What did you want to do at home? What big change you wanted to do at home? What did you want to kind of like adjust at home? Because you are going to be able to make a decision that you were indecisive about so far. And this is something that you were thinking, and this is something that you were focusing on, and most certainly at the end of May, it's going to bring you this situation where you will be able to reflect in a different way, and that is going to help you to have not only your homecoming moment, but also to create this big change, because it's to do with the wish, you know, the end of May. This is what I like it. It's to do, look how it goes. It's to do with a wish. It's to do with something that you wanted to do. It's to do with what you were affected by. It's to do with like negativity. It's to do with the sadness. It's to do with the darkness of the maybe situation that you found yourself in, but it's nothing to do with you necessarily. It's just the energies, you know, around you. So the bigger wish, it's going to come through, okay? And this is so important, because it's going to come through some kind of authority, and that in itself is going to create such an amazing starting point for you at the same time, because it's going to bring you this beautiful generosity, this beautiful balance, and that in itself is going to bring a balance force, and it's just going to rejuvenate you in so many different ways. There's an important and very interesting option that you're actually going to have at the end of May, my gorgeous Capricornius, and I really like it because it's something that crossed your mind not that long ago. Now you're going to be able to go for it, most certainly indeed. I also highly recommend you to get a dry sage, because May will be very spiritual in many different ways, and you are going to be able to reflect on the situation around you very deeply, which is going to maybe drain your energies a little bit more sometimes, because you're going to be more spiritually open. So that's why you just protect your home by smudging your home with a dry sage. You just go into every single room in the house, then at the end open the windows. As the smoke goes, the negative energy will go away at the same time. So this is going to help you quite a lot to clear the energies. If you would like to buy dry sage, the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. So now, Capricornius, I'm going to shuffle these cards. Capricornius, dun 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 dun. 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 Capricornius, bam bam bam. I'm having a great time. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornius, you know this is just as important time for the actual couples. Very important time for the couple. Something absolutely remarkable is going to happen. Something huge is going to happen to the couples, and it's going to be very important, very significant, very powerful, and it's going to change absolutely everything, but in the best possible way. So something is going to start, something is going to take place, which is going to be incredible because everything is going to change after that moment in time. It's to do with what you wanted to do, it's to do with what you wanted to achieve, it's to do with what you wanted to do, and maybe it was stopped because of the process. The progress changed a little bit, not because of you necessarily, but because of other things that were going on. So most certainly an absolutely mind-blowing decision you're both going to make by the end of this month. But most certainly it's coming a lot from the actual great abundance, from the perfection, for joy, happiness, beauty and pleasure. So it's going to be really the return of a wonderful energy, but most importantly, really strong decision you will make at around the end of May indeed. But this is good, this is good, because at the same time other things are going to become clear as well. For those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, most certainly this is not going to be the time when you're going to find the love of your life, but it's so important to learn to let go. It looks like you're also kind of holding on for someone, or you are going to hold on for someone. You will meet someone but I'm not even see that person here, so it's not really going to be significant. The way I see this person is just someone that is going to come through and then it needs to go. So whether this is going to be someone who you're going to meet this month for the first time, you will know very, very shortly that this is not the right person, or it's going to be somebody who is going to return in your mind, or somebody like an ex-lover, or someone who you kind of fancied before you weren't even lovers or something like that, and then they try to return. But most certainly the bottom line is basically you're going to need to learn to let this person go. What I know is that subconsciously maybe you're holding on for someone who you shouldn't, and maybe you may not even be aware of it. And this is when Capricornius comes in with its deepness, with its power. So it's so deep, it's like very, very deep indeed. So you can kind of like hold on for someone, and without even realizing so much, you just have all the doors locked around you. The bottom line is, first of all, you're gonna learn who needs to go, and as soon as you do this, you will close the door, but at the same time the whole new door are gonna open. It's not gonna be that long until someone special comes through indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornius, I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornius, I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.